I hope y'all looking good, doing good, feeling great, all that goodness. I am currently waiting for my 10 a.m. pickup. Had a nice little workout. And I ended up getting Noodles and Company. For those who've had it or haven't had it, Noodles and Company can be bland. It just depends on what you get. But we got extra salt packets and a lot of pepper to combat those feelings, okay? Now this video, 4 weeks worth, was somewhat, I was mainly over the road this week, but it's not really a full week, because this was one of them weeks. Like seriously, I know some of y'all are foodies, so I decided to just share some of what I like to consume on the road. Do I eat out all the time? Not all the time. Sometimes when I go to Walmart, I may be able to purchase things that I could just, you know, munch on in the truck. But let's get into the video. Let me know your thoughts down below. I am interacting with you all. So yeah, do what you love what you do, let it work best for you. And let's get to the video. I ended up trying their chicken parmesan for the first time at Noodles and Company. Here's a glimpse of their menu for those who may be curious or interested to see what type of options they offer.
2 children, 7-month-old Messiah and 4-year-old Miracle.
Just 3 weeks ago, all 3 were found dead inside their Northeast Charlotte apartment on Orchard Trace Lane. Charlotte Mecklenburg police later charged this man, Benjamin Taylor, with their murders. This is his newest mugshot. He was
I've never been a morning person, but on Monday the 8th, and meeting this woman named Miss Pat, very amazing, trying to offer me all types of things. I came prepared. If you know, you know. This tea, bomb. And if you watched my last video, it picked up in Hanover, PA. The multi-stop drop was from Charlotte, North Carolina at 6 a.m., Lawrenceville, Georgia, 10 a.m., Midland, Georgia, 3 a.m. And I was here too long. And I ended up leaving around like 8:42. So I wasn't going to make it to Lawrenceville until 12. So doing my due diligence, I called the receiver. We got it rescheduled for 5 a.m. the next morning. And that means the one in Midland, Georgia had to be rescheduled as well. The broker on their end, they got it rescheduled for 9 p.m. on the 9th. Yeah, that's how my week started. But it's cool because Miss Pat gave us
do
words
have
of
2
wisdom.
hip replacements. I would say if they ever tell you you need one, get it. Because like I was suffering, I'm very active. I always was.
That's why. So I heard it from Miss Pat. Being 75 years old, you have to stay active. Her and her husband have been married 52 years. It is their company. He used to drive trucks over the road while she did all the paperwork. And her secret is you gotta love each other, but you have to know when to give each other space. Listen, man, commercial break. I don't know what happened to the driving footage heading down to Georgia on Monday the 8th, but I did end up taking myself to one of the African restaurants that I do like, and hopefully y'all like it too. So I end up coming to this spot called Ike's Cafe and Grill in Norcross, Georgia. If you want real authentic African food, I highly recommend this spot. End up getting motul or rice ball with peanut butter soup and beef. I believe you have options of palm nut soup or goat. They give you some soap and a bowl of water to rinse off your hands. Cool, calm, and collected. If you don't like spicy food, or the soup has a kick to it, and I don't really care for the stew on top of the rice ball, so I kind of like scrape that to the side. But don't knock it till you try it. I know all African dishes do not seem appealing, but you gotta give it a shot. So I'm gonna do a quick one for y'all because it is seldom I ever eat on camera. But culturally speaking, growing up, we always eat with our right hand. The restaurant does provide you with the utensils if you want to use their silverware. I normally don't drink soda because soda breaks out my face, but they didn't have the drink that I wanted that day. Stress breaks out my face. Too much oily fast food type of things. Chocolate that has peanuts in it. And normally once we figure out what's not good for us, we tend to shy away from it. But the food definitely was busting, for real. This was the next day, Tuesday, April the 9th. And earlier that morning, I ended up delivering my load at 5 in the morning, which was pushed back. And I had to wait the whole day till 9 p.m. for the last final load. And I'm in Columbus, Georgia at this point. They had so many restaurants, Waffle House, Pizza Hut, Domino's. I believe it was a Burger King, but I didn't want none of that. Ended up finding a nice local find, and it did us great justice. It did. I came across this individual who he used to drive trucks. Now he's towing trucks. One of the best factors I can take away from being over the road is trying new places, exploring, and being able to just venture out and stumble upon something you may not see at home. I'm serious. So all my ladies, don't be scared, don't be discouraged to just step out and explore, because I'm telling you, you will land upon some great things, some great people, some good food, some good vibes.
So many times I didn't miss you. I know.
Free at last, free at last. I finally made it off that multi-stop drop from 9 p.m. that night to 1 in the morning. Although the load did not pan out to my expectations, I had more than enough downtime to address things that needed my attention, which does work out in its own benefit. I started my morning shift around 4 in the morning, picking up in Alabama, and I was shooting up to Maryland. Certain cities in Alabama could be hit or miss, and certain places I will not go back again. But the place I picked up gave me the utmost respect and made me comfortable enough to feel like, dang, I don't mind them being a regular customer. You know, I like consistency, and I'm trying my best to even be consistent with putting out the content that I am putting forth, and hopefully it's doing some justice. We have a little bit of backing, straight backing, going around this pool that y'all be able to see. Every morning, every day, I like to start my shifts with some prayer and a good word. Never will I be the one to project my spiritual beliefs onto any of you, because I cannot teach you God if you don't know God already. But this is what works for me. Believe in what you want to believe in, and please do not feel like I am forcing anything upon you, because I don't like that. And I don't like when people force their beliefs onto me. But this is what works for me, for sure. Straight backing can be hit or miss if the steering wheel is not adjusted properly. Driving in general will always be better for me in my manual transmission compared to the automatic, because I have better controls. I don't know about you, but that's just my preference. Finally made it up to Maryland. Not close enough to where I'm delivering, but it was an area of where I wanted to be. I didn't have many food options this day, but I ended up choosing Olive Garden. I never used to eat Olive Garden, but they had what I wanted, and it was sustainable. I ended up getting some chicken and shrimp Alfredo, and it was great. It was. So leaving that night, when I say the amount of drivers that was in this parking lot, I promise you, earlier when I came, there was a security guard who was scrolling the lot and everything, didn't pay us no mind. But there were trucks on this side, there was a couple of more trucks on the other side, and some behind the JCPenney. Now, I think I was leaving around 1 in the morning. The weather wasn't the best, but I promise, these facilities, I feel like, will allow drivers to park if the drivers respected the parking lot, not leaving their trash, not leaving their bottles full of piss. I'm serious, because this is a whole public mall. They didn't have no parking signs or anything like that, but before I went to sleep, it wasn't all these drivers here. But even in Walmart, if people respected the lots, I don't think parking in these public places would be an issue. But hey, I digress. I had to shoot up to Walmart to get some essentials, because we are trying to do healthier things. All right. But these are some of the drinks that I like. My protein drinks, all that goodness. These clips are sped up. Had to get some aromatherapy, one of my favorite scents, and mahogany smells pretty good too. If you like gum, I highly recommend this gum. If you haven't tried it, try it. I haven't tried this one yet. That was the first time. Some Velveeta, some hot pickles. Had to get some DEF. I do not have to purchase the DEF with my own money. I can use my company's money, but they always reimburse me and I use it as a tax write-off. Had to get a little quick workout in. All right. Ease up some tension off the muscles. This is a great form of self-care for me, or detox from my shift. Yeah. Working out is my balance. Staying over the road. It truly is. This is the end of the road. Find your balance and find what works best for you.